Please rise. And who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Her father does.
Kiss him.
Don't miss it out.
Yes, sir. You look great.
You know you blew everybody away. You looked unbelievable. You know that, right? He can't speak.
I can't.
Welcome, dearly beloved family and honored guests on a beautiful day. Let us invite all who are here today to open up our hearts to this joyous occasion. We are here to witness and celebrate the joining of two lives in marriage. We know Abby and Ryan have asked us all to be here with them and to rejoice with them in the making of this most important commitment. The essence of this commitment is the taking of another person in his and hers entirety as a lover, as a companion, and a friend. And it is therefore a decision which is not entered into lightly, but undertaken with great consideration and respect. Thank you for being here. Please have your seats. Ladies?
I'm trying my best.
Doing great.
I'm giggle crying right now.
It's fine.
Oh. On behalf of Abby and Ryan, they are overjoyed that you are all here today to witness this special moment in their lives and to participate in their wedding ceremony. It's finally here. It's today, this moment. You are here to celebrate a union that has developed over time. They are each other's best friend, and they are here now to publicly declare their love and to seal their unity in marriage. It is therefore fitting and appropriate that you, their families and friends, are here to support them, and we trust that you will also be there in their future in loving support. Their roots are firmly planted in love and friendship. We talked about it. I believe that that's what you feel. These roots have been made stronger by you and will be continued to strengthen as they continue to grow. You will always be close to their hearts, and for that they want to thank you for being here today. Before we continue our ceremony, we'd like to invite Sammy up for a very beautiful reading, one of my favorites.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for being here today. Abby had asked me to read this part of The Velveteen Rabbit to you all. It's a story about a boy who finds a rabbit. It's a toy, obviously. And it's a part where he's asking about what is real. The skin horse had lived longer in the nursery than any of the others. He was so old that his brown coat was bald in patches and showed the seams underneath, and most of the hairs in his tail had been pulled out to the string bead necklaces. He was wise, for he had seen a long succession of mechanical toys arrive to boast and swagger, and by break their main springs and pass away, and he knew that they were the only toys and that they would never turn into anything else. For nursery magic is very strange and wonderful, and only those playthings that are old and wise and experienced, like the skin horse, understand all about it. "What is real?" asked the rabbit one day, while they were lying side by side near their nursery fender.
Sure. Okay.
Before Nana came in to tidy the room. "Does it mean Having things that buzz inside you and stick out handle? Real isn't how you're made, said the skin horse. It's a thing that happens to you. When a child loves you for a long, long time, not just to play with, but really loves you, that's when you become real. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. When you are real, you don't mind being hurt. Does it happen all at once, like being wound up, he asked, or bit by bit? It doesn't happen all at once, said the skin horse. You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily, or have sharp edges, or who have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you are real, most of your hair has been loved off, your eyes have dropped out, you get loose in the joints, and very shabby. But these things don't matter. Because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand. I suppose you are real, said the rabbit. And then he wished he had not said it, for he thought the skin horse might be sensitive. But the skin horse only smiled. The boy's uncle made me real, he said. That was a great many years ago. But once you are real, you can't become unreal again. It lasts for always.
Thank you, Jamie. Can you hear? Yes? Okay, good. This wedding is also the celebration of the family. It's the blending of the families, separate up to this moment, but united from this day forward, blending their different traditions and strengthening their family tree. Parents plant so that their children may harvest, and welcome pain and burden to give their sons and daughters the gift of life. So Abby and Ryan wish to honor this blending of the families by presenting a rose to their mothers and to thank their parents for the many selfless sacrifices that they've made and unconditional love so freely given to their children.
You'll take the roses and I'll just walk you over.
Yeah, we walked together.
Yeah.
So you were surprised.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Okay, back up.
Very sweet. Thanks for not letting that out of the bag, That's good. Abby and Ryan would like to take a moment of silence in remembrance of special loved ones who could not attend here or be here in body, but are most certainly here in spirit. Abby, Ryan, there's a few people out here that are already married, so they even get this better than you do right now. How many people married out there? Put your feet up in the air. They'll understand that there are no ties on earth sweeter than a marriage between two people. There are no vows on earth more solemn than those you are about to make. And this marriage is a new beginning, because it's flawless in its good humor and sense of well-being. And you are both worldly enough to know that the days of marriage will not always be filled with happiness and joy as it is today. Can we get an amen? Amen. As you live it out, you know that the relationship will have, pay attention to this part, Ryan, moods and seasons.
Gotcha.
Low times as well as high. And from time to time, you might forget for a moment the delight that you're having today. This day will not always be with you every minute. Therefore, along with celebrating the joyous feelings of today, remember, especially when saying your vows, that you are promising to love for a lifetime together. If you will remember the commitment you're making today, you will never bow down when difficulties arise. You will never be able to ride out a stormy sea without confidence that you'll have, knowing that these times are only temporary. And above all, in the days and years that lie ahead, Remember that love is what brought you together, and love is what matters, and love will always prevail. It's been said 100 different times in different ways, but it all means the same. It is this love that you have for one another that you will be the answer to all your difficulties and surprises. You are getting married today. This love will be stronger than any conflict, bigger than any changes, bigger than any challenges. And it is this love that you're celebrating and radiating today that you must always return. Now, before we get into the vows of the marriage, we ask you as ministers, we say, the declaration of intent. I get to ask you, do you really want to? Because yes, we know the vows are longer than a mortgage, right? So in preparation, the precursor is, Abby, I ask you first. You are here today witnessed by God, your family, your loved ones, and friends as you take the sacred vows of matrimony. You are the best of friends, I believe that. And forsaking all others, you have chosen each other, knowing in what you know of each other and trusting in what you do not know yet. So you have invited us to witness the happiness that you have found in each other. Are you ready to enter into this marriage with this man, believing that the love that you share and your faith in each other will endure all things? If so, say, uh-huh. She said, uh-huh. Ryan, the same question. You were here today witnessed by God, your family, your friends. As you take the sacred vows of matrimony, you are here as best friends, forsaking all others. You have chosen each other, knowing what you know of each other and trusting in what you do not know yet. You have invited us all to witness the happiness that you have found in each other. Are you ready to enter into this marriage with this woman, believing that the love you share and your faith in each other will endure all things? You say, absolutely, uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh, he did. So without any further more, there's an also insert in some ceremonies that you all expect to be, but we'll say it this way. Into this holy union, Abby and Ryan come to be joined. If anyone can show just cause why they may not be lawfully married, you may be quietly leaving by the back door. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is called the hand fasting ceremony. If you've not heard of it before, it comes from a Celtic tradition, and as you see, our couple will face each other, crossing each other's hands. Their arms and bodies form a figure 8, and when viewed from above, that's what you see. A double circle is both a mathematical infinity symbol and an ancient religious symbol for the union of a man and a woman. As we place the cord over the couple's hands, it symbolizes life. This ceremony also represents the bride and groom that have the hand fasting as a long-term life commitment and their intent to have a permanent relationship. This is a very old tradition, and the original source of this expression is to tie the knot. Abby and Ryan are expressing their love for one another and their hopes for their future together. This won't hurt. So here. And if we are meeting your approval that this is true, let's hear an applause. Our marriage vows. I ask you, Ryan, you take Abby to be your wife, to love, honor, comfort, and cherish, for better or for worse, in sickness or in health, from this day forward, if so say, I do.
I do.
And do you, Abby, take Ryan to be your husband, to love, honor, comfort, and cherish, for better or for worse, in sickness or in health, from this day forward, if so say, I do.
I do.
Half of the deal's done. We're good. Okay. We speak of the rings. The circle is the symbol of the sun and earth and the universe. Like circles, your rings have no beginning and no ending. They are tokens of the growing relationship you have come here and celebrate and confirm. All right? Let me take that off.
It's gonna be very hard.
Okay, right hand, put your left hand down.
Should I get it right here?
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my vow,
as a symbol of my vow,
and with all that I am
and with all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
Beautiful. Put your left hand down.
Right.
You ready? I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my vow,
as a symbol of my vow,
and with all that I am
and with all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
Now that seals the deal. Hold hands. May the love that you feel and share today continue to grow deeper and stronger all the days of your lives, having declared yourselves each to the other in the eyes of the Lord and witnessed by your family and friends. I do now, by the authority vested in me by God in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. I'll kiss her again. Mr. and Mrs. Flynn!
Might need that tissue.
Okay.
Yes.
Your heart. How you doing?